is the Facebook Marketing Think Tank. See, we have a good group here, and we have left it open for any additional people that want to come in. And this being the first meeting is going to be more of an organizational thing, but we do have an agenda that we want to attempt to stay somewhat on focus point here so that we don't run over in a couple of, I think we'll be out of here in 3 or 4 hours at the minimum. So if anybody has a problem with that, let me know. We'll try to get out of here as quickly as possible and get everybody some time so that they can have some input. But here's what I wanted to go over, and Cindy and I and Rob talked about this. What do we want to concentrate on in the Facebook campaigns? Are we doing this as banner ads or Facebook posting, a combination of both of those, or exactly how we're going to do it? And Eileen's going to give us some good input on that a little bit later on. I hope that you can share something on that with us, Eileen. I didn't get to see your article yet, but I do have the link. And then do we want to mirror the Facebook campaigns on Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Google? They're all a little bit different, and Cindy has really been good in this, and Pinterest is actually really coming on strong, and it's very visual, so a lot of the Pinterest interest would be in visual effects. So how do we grab them? How do we come up with the images that we want to put in there, and then we'll throw the ad copy in on top of that. So you guys have a lot more experience in this area than I do, but I'm learning, and I'm going to pass on what I learn as I go. And then we'll try to figure out who has experience in what area. I know Elena has good experience, and Eileen has good experience. Fabiana, I don't know if you've done this before. I know Clinton is a machine, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind sharing anything that he can, because he's just got all kinds of, except he says that Facebook is disapproving of all of his MOBE ads. Well, maybe that's because you're too much of a machine. So anyway, we'll take some ideas from that and try to tweak them so that we can get, if it's nothing more than Facebook post, then we can certainly do it that way. But if we want to go to the banner ads, we'll compare all of this with what Rob's thinking is, and then we'll get there we'll come up with some kind of plan. Now I want to have everybody submit their ideas to one place. So for right now, you can just submit them to my Gmail account, and unless we want to set up a Skype room, then we could do it that way, or just put them at on the what is it, I Am Superstars site, so that we don't take up all of the MOBE site. Either way you want to do it, just let me know, so that I can have know where to go get the information and compile it, so we can have everything in one spot. And then obviously this is the first meeting. It's a go-to-meeting meeting. We can talk about whether we want to do it on Skype next time, or if go-to-meeting is actually, it does have a lot of benefits such that Skype doesn't have, and the last few meetings that we've been having on Skype have really slowed down when you get 2 or 3 people sharing data and things like that on there. Speaking on that you begin to sound like Darth Vader. So maybe GoToMeeting is the way to go, and we can all get up to speed on that. I'll try to learn a little bit more about it so that I can share that with you. And then Fabiana, is Sam here, by the way? Sam, are you out?
I don't think he's here.
Okay. They're the ones that are so far away that we kind of set this meeting at this time to accommodate Fabiana, who's just been a trooper, staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and so she could be on our calls. So this makes it a little easier on her, because I think it's like 8 o'clock over there or something, Fabiana, is that right? So rather than having you 9, okay,
it's 9.
9 o'clock at night. So for her, this is a little bit easier. And then Sam is, yes, it's very early for you this time. So is that a good time though? What do you normally stay up to? I mean, if we made this at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, if everybody else agrees with that, would that be too late for you?
Two or three in the afternoon is not good for Australia. The earliest we can do it for Australia is 4 p.m., so that would be 1 a.m. for Fabiana. So that's really the question.
Okay, well, see, what I was doing is I wanted to have, we would alternate meeting times so that one time Fabiana wouldn't have to stay up till 1, and then the next time Sam wouldn't have to stay up till 2 or 3. So if we want to do alternate meeting times, then we can do that. Or we could just kind of set one right in the middle where nobody's really that extremely late. Myself, I was up till 3 last night, and I saw Rob and a couple of other people were up also extremely late. But so it doesn't really, it may be a non-event, but I wanted to throw that out so that everybody doesn't feel like they're having to get up in the middle of the night to go to meeting. So
why don't you alternate the meeting times between now, which is noon Pacific, and alternate between that and 4 p.m. Pacific. That should accommodate.
That's what I was wondering. So I was kind of thinking that might be a good thing. So is that anybody have a problem with that? I know Sam's the only one that might, and he's not here.
Yeah, Sam's not here, but he has shared with me his availability. That's why I know.
Okay,
that
good.
4 to 6 p.m. is the best time for him. The other time that's good for him is between like 7 and 9 a.m. Pacific, which is not good for those of us who stay up until 3 or 4. So, so I think that if we do noon and 4 p.m., we'll probably be covering. I mean, Fabiana stays up into the wee hours, so I don't know that either of those times is bad for her. But I'm sure that Sam will definitely be on all the ones that are at 4, and he probably won't be on them very often when they're at this hour.
Okay. That sounds good. So 4 would be 1 your time, Fabiana. So that might be, if you're up at that time all the time, then we could just say 4. Otherwise, we'll just split them, one at 12, the next one at 4, and just alternate back and forth. Okay. Next thing, other than specially called meetings, if we get to be under the gun or anything. Oh, Sandy, do me a favor. Can you bring up a Word doc and just kind of take notes? I'm kind of reading, and I was going to take the minutes, but if you can kind of recap what we're talking about here, would that be okay? Can you do that?
I'll try. I'm not the best note taker, but I did write down 12 and 4 p.m.
Good. Okay, good. Okay.
So I'll do my best.
I want to have at least something that I can get back to you guys.
Oh, can I
You've done
add
something
something?
we all haven't, so that's good.
Okay.
Can I add this too? So all those who are on the social media, this is a social media and Facebook think tank together. So I just wanted to make sure. So we're going to try to, we might have some separate ones, but because everybody's on, quite a few are on the same group as the other, that if we can do them together, sometimes I think it might work better.
All right. That would be good if we can do them together, because there is going to be a lot of crossover, and I think a lot of things in this think tank will apply to the other ones as well. And so let's just do it. We'll just do them all together. Speaking of that, what should we do as a frequency of meeting? Oh, did somebody have something?
Rob did.
Oh, Rob. Yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, from all the data that I've seen, Facebook is probably outside of solo ads. Outside of solo ads, Facebook is the +1 place for converting MQTP sales, and the numbers are, less than more than 1 out of 100 clicks is converting into a sale. So Facebook is definitely the place to start. We have some amazing tools Navjot shared last night for those of us who stayed on the call, and then he and I talked later. And if we're willing to spend a little bit of money, it's amazing the tools that we can use to basically reverse engineer everything that's working right now for everybody else. And Facebook is what's working best. So I agree with what you're saying, that we should focus on Facebook because we know the ROI there is great. And then whatever we're doing, figure out how to apply that to the other social media and what the priority is of the other social media, partly based on who has expertise in what. And, and we can share ideas about the strategy that you should use in each of these different social media. But in terms of how often we should meet, right now we should meet every hour until we have a plan for starting to spend $3,000 to $5,000 on Facebook this week. So this is not just a meeting that we're having in theory. We got to figure this out now.
Okay, that's what I put that out there.
Speak?
Okay,
Eileen wants to speak.
Eileen,
All right.
go ahead.
So, when Facebook got started with like a bunch of people getting clicks and likes and shares and conversions at a very, very low cost, it was with a program that Mastafunk and Chris Blair put up together, and it was called the 0.2, so it's 2 cents Facebook ads, all right? And this product came out right about in June, and that's really what's been converting. Like, that's why lots of people are getting really, really good ROI, because you're capable of targeting towards very, very targeted leads as well as impressions. Well, now with that being said, recently, and it's very, very recent, it's actually the product came out Sunday, so 2 days ago, and I talked to Chris Blair, and he says this is right now what's actually really, really important. And for me, even though I like to do testing and all of that, it takes a lot of time. So what I like to do is work with something that already works. So I asked Chris if he could or he could launch the product earlier for me, and so he did. And I already have the login, the password, the account number sent to the CHAZZ1012 account. I've already given to Alina as we were speaking, because she can't make the meeting, or I don't even know if she's on the call right now. But anyways, I put the login information there. It's all the case study of what works and what doesn't, especially with Facebook ads. And there are lots of things that we can learn from it and apply with it. So, I mean, whoever is in this call right now, I assume that we're all going to be working on Facebook ads. And so use that tool. I'm not so sure if everybody can log in at the same time, but it is definitely a, I think there's roughly around 10 case studies. So they do, what Matt and Chris has done is that they've coached a student and recorded exactly what happened. And so you can figure out from there what works and what doesn't. And I know what Clinton has been saying, targeting to MOBE. That's not a very good idea. You definitely want to market yourself, not the product. But for now, I think too much time spending on what I thought should be spent on last week, branding, that's also not going to work well, because that's a newbie marketer's approach. If you read the PDF, and take some time to read the PDF that I sent out earlier today, the PDF documents entirely what a marketer should and shouldn't do. And so with this and with that, we're going to have like a more flattened learning curve with Facebook ads. And as Facebook is a inconsistent platform, as in they change their advertisement, their algorithms and the way it functions every few months, and I want to keep it going. As in, I want to keep learning. Sorry, I should have slept for a longer period of time, but I didn't want to miss this call.
You're doing fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's something that we have to keep, like a consistency. It's going to be awesome if we can lock down Facebook, because that is a major aspect. And yesterday when I talked to Cindy when I was on the plane, thank goodness for technology, but I talked to Cindy and she showed me her Facebook page as well as like a page for Pinterest. I think, Cindy, it was called isn't this a Pinterest thing?
Yeah.
Pinterest.
I think she is really, really good in terms of setting up the Facebook pages, because it really, like, the cover, especially the cover page, it tells you what it's about without crossing over the Facebook boundary, so that your page won't get locked down. So go to Cindy if you're going to set up a page or something. And I'm so sorry for putting you on the spotlight here, because I know you're going to be getting like tons of messages, but I'm sure if you have never set up a Facebook page, this is the woman to go to. Okay, she actually, I don't know how many leads you've collected so far, but I love the way that it was structured, and it is something that I see consistently. has been converting well for people. So I really like the idea of us meeting 1 or 2 hours because we're always going to be getting updated. In fact, I think you should just, after recording this call, we should just leave the room open so whoever wants to work on it can just chat in. And lastly, Facebook is very, very different from every other forms of advertisement. It's not just because it's a social media. In fact, Facebook is very, very weird. The ROI and the conversions are not based on the headlines or the images. It's a weird, like kind of like a momentum, which is taught all in the case study. So definitely go through. Oh my God.
They're coming to get you. That's what you Yep.
Okay, so
Run for it, Eileen.
yeah, I have to dash now. So go through the case study, and I think every single case study in there is roughly 30 minutes to 1 hour. But like my method of learning is to follow through what they have done. Like right now, if they're saying, okay, this campaign doesn't work, then I go into my Facebook accounts, Facebook ad accounts, and delete the ones that don't work. Okay, and so yeah, I've already sent it the login and everything to this email. I don't want this login to be shared with anybody else, even if they're in the brain trust. I just want them to be shared among ourselves in the think tank, because there's going to be lots of people using it and probably not knowing, like not taking a part of our discussion, so they don't know what we're doing. And earlier when you said $3,000 a week for Facebook ads, that is, I don't think that budget is needed. Honestly, the reason for that is because
I'm talking about for 10 people.
Yeah, but
15 people.
still, so I mean,
if it's not on
the
Facebook,
case studies
then
will
that's what we need to know.
The case
I
studies.
understand. I understand. I've been through a lot of case studies. I know exactly what you're saying. So, what is your relationship with Chris Blair, by the way?
Oh, nothing. I just asked him questions and he answered me questions. So,
did you buy his previous product?
Yes.
Do you own the 2-cent Facebook clicks?
Yes, and then all the products that his students have done.
Good.
Okay. And
so I know Chris also for about a year, so he's a great resource, and we should think about, how we want to, if we want to have a relationship with him as the MOBE Brain Trust. I've already shared with him the link to the webinar when I was first putting it together, but he was too busy. Chris is basically totally hyper-focused on his own stuff, and he's just been a product maniac for the last few months since he did that one. So I think it's probably just me and you that are so aware of that, but Chris and I have, he's been even telling me that the price is going up in a couple of days, you got to buy it, and I just say, okay, I got it, I hear you. I'm glad that you bought it, and that's awesome, and I think that we should think about strategically what we want to do with Chris and MOBE, because
later, that comes later.
I know, it comes later, but the relationship with the MOBE Brain Trust could be now, because if he can help us to create a great case study, then it's a win-win, right? And then he'll want to get in, so that's just a bonus.
Okay, so yes, I know exactly what you're saying, but what I was going to mention about the $3,000 is that it's not so much where you don't put it in like a daily budget, that kind of thing. There's lots to do with the promoted posts, and I specifically talked to John about this yesterday. No, today's Tuesday. So yesterday, today's Wednesday. Oh my God. Okay. So promoted posts, news feed, and Facebook sidebar ads, they're completely different things. You do completely different things for them if you want a good conversion rate. So don't go ahead and so
the question
all right, I'm
is,
going to shut up now.
Eileen, I love you, Eileen. I think you're amazing, and
thank you, Eileen, by the way. That is good.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I do want to just try to channel this properly, because you came into this a little bit late, and we already have a commitment to invest a $30,000 a month budget in advertising. It started out as solo ads, But the truth is that we can put whatever portion of it into Facebook ads that makes sense. And we do know
Okay.
that Facebook ads are converting better than anything. So if you look at the total pool of money that people in MOBE are spending on Facebook ads, it's way over $30,000 a month. It's way over $3,000 a week. So there's no on Facebook. So there's no question that we can spend that money, but we have to do it the right way. If I was going to do it myself, I would be going for news feed ads. I would be modeling what I learned when I was in Cabo from somebody who just made $30,000 using Facebook ads and converted 1 out of 72 clicks without even sending traffic to his own autoresponder. He sent it right to the MOBE autoresponder. You know, we know that that can be done. So our goal with this 30,000 is to spend about 5,000 a month on Facebook, which is
Right.
what, 1,200 a week. So it's really not
Okay.
3,000 a week. It's only 1,200 a week. But we're not
Okay.
going to spend it that way until we have done the testing that you're talking about, until we've proven that that we're getting the most effective use of our money as we possibly can. And that is what we need to figure out now, like in the next couple of days, how to spend the first 500, not and then ramp it up quickly to 1,200 a week.
Okay.
Okay.
Rob,
Okay.
thanks. Let me take over just a minute here because I think that we're all on the same page here, and we know we're still under the gun. We're not quite as much under the gun as we were with the Home Business Summit in San Diego, but what we want to do is we want to write the best ads that we can that will work. And what I've done here is I've taken this straight from Matt's page, if everybody can see that. And so this is what we want to do is we want to come up with those ads, and I think if we can each come up with, here it says we want to come up with 3 different images, 3 different ads. We want to write out 30 ads, so we're going to need to split this. We're going to need to divide this up where we all come up with some different ideas, and then we can narrow those down to what we think works. But we all want to be on the same. As I'm hearing it, we all want to be on the same theme so that we'll know which of those ads is working and which is not. But through the split testing, are we all going to, or am I understanding this incorrectly, Rob? Are we all going to throw ads, different kinds of ads, and split test them ourselves, or are we through the postings, or are we going to do banner ads and then split test them that way?
We're going to do everything that makes sense so that we can be able to verify what works and what doesn't, and we'll do it in a strategic way over time. So right now we want to decide how to start investing our first 1,200 a week on Facebook as quickly as possible and ramp up as quickly as we can because we have money that has been collected that people are expecting us to invest. So if we can come up with our first...
the cart a little bit before the horse.
Okay, so to answer your question more directly, what Eileen is talking about is that there's this brain trust of individuals who have their own budget, and you need to figure this out at your own pace, and you can start putting your own money into this as soon as you want. What I'm doing is I am going to do this on behalf of the brain trust, and my goal is for this team that is on the line right now to figure out what is the best plan for doing that as quickly as we possibly can. And I have done Facebook advertising myself. Eileen has done Facebook advertising herself. Navjot has done a lot of Facebook advertising. Sam has done Facebook advertising. There's nothing that we can't do in the next 24 hours to get started. That's really got to be the goal here.
Exactly, and I think we're all on the same page on that. My point
Can
is
I-
that we need this. Let me just say this real quick, and then Cindy wants to say something. But my point being that, yes, we all agree that we've got to spend the money. We all agree we've got to come up with the ads. What I'm trying to do is let's get focused on actually coming up with the ads, and then once we get those, then we'll have something that we can physically look at, put images in, tweak the ad copy that goes around it, and then throw it out for approval. But we've got to get something out there, and I want to get people working on this even quicker than everybody else so that we can get that to you. And I know everybody here has a lot more experience in it than I do, but I'm just trying to coordinate everybody that has the experience so we can get it done. And then we decide if that's the ad that we want to spend the $1,200 a week on or the $500 a week on, or if we want to do it as a banner ad or as a Clinton posting or something like that.
Well, I want to interject something. First off, Rob, because you need this stuff done soon, we can put out some things, but the ones who are experts, like you and Eileen and Clinton and those who have done it, then we'll do what we can to support, because I feel like the split testing is going to come from you guys first, right? Because I haven't got a clue on some of this.
Split testing just means having a few things to choose from, but so we are all on the same page. I don't know that that this is necessarily what your expectation was going into this meeting, Charlie, but
right.
It's not an issue. The point is that this is the fact. We have a budget that needs to be invested, and we're collecting more money to start being invested on the 15th. So we got between now and the 15th. If we're not ready, we won't. But I know that we're ready to start doing split testing. So the question, Charlie, that you should be asking is, which type of Facebook advertising are we going to do? And that's something that the people with experience can probably answer pretty clearly. But I'm not 100% sure that I could give the answer myself. I'd like to hear what Eileen and anybody else that's been spending money on Facebook advertising or has been reading about it would say. So there's only a couple of possibilities. There's the newsfeed ads, and there's right side ads, right? So which one do we want to do? And what kind of split testing do we want to do? What kind of budget should we start with? What kind of constraints should we have, in terms of hours, demographics? Simple as that. And do we want to be posting? The other thing is that we haven't ever talked about, but it's really very powerful for our group, is that we can come up with a strategy and say, okay, everybody in the Brain Trust, here's the ad copy, here's the picture or the pictures. You should post this in your news feed, and you don't have to even do a promoted post. But if you want, you can spend $5 and do a promoted post. And we'll all be basically posting something. It could be slightly different, but it's up to us as a group to put that out there and say, now we have 25 people that are posting something with a similar theme, and we can create a lot of buzz by doing that. So that is something to think about here. But otherwise,
more along the
they're
lines of what I
deciding.
was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Let Cindy talk, please.
Well, the questions I really don't have anything to talk. I'm trying to understand, because I don't know. What was Clinton saying? That they get stale, it hurts the ads. I think it's called impression sickness. What is that all about versus the ads that you're talking about? And then what works? Because didn't you have a lot of trouble doing ads a week or so ago, Rob, that Facebook wasn't even accepting them? So what are the rules and regs on Facebook about ads?
Why don't we hear from Clinton on the impressions first? You mind sharing a little bit on that? I think basically it's just that the same ads over and over and over begin to get, a little bit tired in people's minds, and they skip over them.
Yeah, I'm thinking that that's one of the things, and another thing may be that if so many ads come from myonlinebusinessempire.com, no matter what the affiliate tag is at the end, I think they may be starting to blacklist that, because there's a whole hell of a lot of us out there doing it. Now, another thing I've tried was I take my own domain and I redirect it, and when I redirect it, they don't like that either. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out a better way to do it for damn self.
Okay, well, what I wanted to bring out is if there's ways, okay, Charlie and I were talking about that today, and I'm just throwing this out, and then you guys that are experts would know how to make it happen. But as y'all know, with the commercials that are going on TV and stuff like that, that you get so, like Mayhem, or like, I think we can remember the E-Trade, and there's so many, sometimes the commercials are so good you forget even what they're trying to sell. But what I'm saying is, could we not come up with some stuff? Video is what I was thinking well, I don't know. Can you do video on the ads on the side in the news feeds?
Yes.
Okay, so if we could do video, because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a lot of that. So if we could do that.
Don't know how to do it.
Okay, well then we need to learn it then, because that would be hot and that would get something attention. And what I was thinking is if we could think of something to tie it in, like Charlie and I were talking about, you know, the baby thing or animals. Animals are real trendy. Lots of these different ideas or icons that we can think of that grabs people's attention, and we have one or two lines saying it. You want to know more, go here, and then we have that capture page that leads them to whatever sales page or whatever, however you guys want to do it. But it could be totally nothing to do with MOBE. And then Facebook can't say anything about that, can they?
Well, they can, but whether it's justifiable or not is another thing altogether. I just put some things on the screen up here that are just random thoughts that we were running through as far as great grabbing headlines. A lot of these we had gone over.
Can I interject just for 1 second?
Sure.
I'm not in front of my computer, but just to leverage on what Cindy's saying and on Clinton, everybody getting Facebook ads turned down, on me getting Facebook ads turned down, there's a simple answer. Look at the ones that are working. The leaders have figured it out. We have been reverse engineering it in the background. We have the information. We don't need to reinvent it. We can improve upon it slightly. But basically, Facebook does have a specific thing that they're looking for, and it's a little bit esoteric, but it's fairly consistent. It does have some judgment associated with it. Sometimes it doesn't seem to make sense, but they basically don't want anything to be in fine print or hidden. And if you can cover that all in a video, then they will accept the ad. So the video can be beneficial for that reason as well. And if you look at the ads that are working, they mostly lead to pages that have a video on it that explain everything.
But Rob, a lot of the things that are working for the leaders that are on Facebook is their bloody faces. Everybody knows who Jonathan Budd is or Russell is.
I'm talking about MOBE only. Talking about John Chow and Jun Lee and Mike. Well, you know, not Mike. He's not even doing Facebook. Matt, who's over in Czechoslovakia. Talking about MOBE only. Look at the ads for MOBE. If you're not getting them, it's because you're not in the MOBE groups. And so, or whatever, you know, the people that are extracting user IDs, you may not be in that target market.
I want to say one thing, Rob, and I've put up the exact same ads, and it's approved one day, and then it looks like that guy clocks out and some other guy clocks in, and it's disapproved the next day, and vice versa.
It's happened to me too, but it doesn't have anything to do with, I mean, from what I've seen, it has to do with somebody, either somebody reports it or they have, like, it's the supervisor that double checks it. But the criteria is consistent, and the fact that it gets disapproved means that they just looked at it more closely and they realized that it violated the criteria. But what I'm saying is that when you look at Jun's ads that are working, it's a very clear formula, and there's other people that have figured it out too, that are making a lot of sales on Facebook. Those are the people we should be copying, not our own ideas.
Okay.
Wow, I don't know about that, but okay.
Well, we can try. That's the whole point of this meeting, is that we can try different ones, different things that work, and other things. Hang on just a quick second. Go ahead, Cindy, you take over.
Okay. Well, I'm just coming from what Clinton has just said, and then what you've said in the past, Rob. And I don't know. I'm not the expert, but I'm just throwing this out. Is if you want to follow their model, yeah, we can, but can we not do it a little bit differently? And I'm thinking videos. Yeah, ask Jun. That's perfect. You know, we can do that, but I'm saying, wouldn't it be nice for MOBE Trust to have its own signature too? That would be unique to us than, you know, exactly doing what they're doing. I mean, because
it'll be totally unique to us. I didn't mean copy. I meant model. I meant use the Matt Lloyd approach. You look at all the leaders and what they teach you from stage. Don't invent something new. Look at what Rob Ford does. Look at what Dave Fellini talked about in his presentation. He did this forensic. What does he call it? Not forensic analysis, but basically a reverse engineering, where you look at the people that are having success and you figure out exactly what they're doing, and then you basically model that. That's what I'm saying. It'll be our own stuff. It's just going to
Okay.
follow the same
Okay.
approach with the same type of bonuses, with the same benefits that, irresistible offers and stuff like that they're doing.
Okay, well then the first thing I would think, and I think Charlie would agree with me, is Clinton, if you can talk to Jun, find out what he's doing, and then give us a little model that we can copy from. And that would be one course of action we can do.
Well, we don't have to talk to Jun. You just go and you find his ad, and you click on it. I've done it a million times. And in fact, Alina has already documented Jun's funnel, and she's documented John Chow's funnel. And so if you want, if you don't have it, that's a great place to start. Those two.
All righty. Well, do you have some ideas to throw at us right now, Rob, that is working, that we can start working on today so we can give you something to start using?
Go through the case studies.
Yeah, let's go through the. I think that's a good
Where
thing.
are the case studies are?
I've got them. You sent those to me, Eileen, didn't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
How many case studies have you gone through yourself, Eileen?
One on the plane.
And because what I found in the past on these case studies is that if there's 10 of them, there's probably only like 2 that are really relevant to MTTB. So
right, but do you have anything to work with right now?
Those are 2 case studies to work with, and then I've got John Chow's funnel reverse engineered, and I've got Matt, and I've got Jun Lee's, and I've got the tools that Navjot showed us last night. Yeah, I've got a lot to work with.
Well, great, and start showing us so we can start making some things happen. Because, I mean, we can sit here and bat all our ideas that, that Charlie and I did all morning.
This is the ideas. I'm giving you, you just asked me if I have any ideas after I finished telling you all the ideas that I have. My ideas are to copy from people that are already having success.
Okay,
that's huge,
so
That's great.
Right,
and we can do that, Cindy. We can do that. I got that. So that's not a problem. We'll go in and take a look at those ads and see if we can steal some ad copy and use it in our own and tweak it just a little bit to make it our own. And yeah, that's a great idea. Now,
and it's not just to be clear. I'm not even saying to use the ad copy. I'm saying to use the formula, to use the flow of information from page to page, to use the irresistible offer, to use the there's always a time limit to make it something that you have to do. There's limited time, there's limited quantity. That's the formula I'm talking about. I'm not talking about using Jun's words of his video. I'm saying take a look at his ad. His ad goes to a video. Watch that video and you'll understand why it's working. He offers free training. Don't you think we can do something like that?
Absolutely.
So that is just the way that we should approach it. Elena has spent a lot of time, and Navjot has spent a ton of time in the last week finding out about tools that are almost priceless, but they're available just for a few $100 that the Brain Trust can lease, and we can find out information that is so powerful, it's a game changer. It will basically show us every banner ad that has worked for MTTB in the last few months. It'll show us on Facebook, it'll show us every Facebook ad that has been, the amount of time that every MTTB Facebook ad has run, the amount of money that has been spent on every MTTB Facebook ad in the last 3 months. Do you think that's powerful information?
Yes.
Huge. I didn't know about that. Navjot shared that with me last night. And he was planning to be at this meeting, but I guess he must have gotten the time confused. He's another one to consider because the time in Punjab is 12.5 hours. Right now it's actually 13.5 hours ahead of California, the Pacific. But he provided me with a PowerPoint of what he's going to present, and if we have time to get to that here, then I can share that. I can try and see if he is still awake, because a lot of times he's still around at this hour.
Good, good. That would be wonderful. I'm trying to find something that I took off of Matt's training program, and if need be, I can go back and get it. And he talked about the positioning of ads. This is something I'm sure that Elena and Eileen and Clinton know a lot more about, but let me see if I can find this real quick. See where that was. It was saying about positioning and the positioning of the images on the page, as well as the ad copy and how it's put on there on the page too, and I think we can use that when we're looking at Junjun's to see how they match up, because this was straight from that.
He's using lead pages. He and John Chow and Terry Lamb are all using lead pages. That's a simple answer. Lead pages works in Facebook, and lead pages works as www website pages. But we also know that Epic Squeeze that we're using and 22 Social have the same basic features, so we can use those tools as well to get the same results.
What is this ad that we're seeing right now?
Well, now this is one where he did a split test, and what the difference is.
What do you call this ad?
I just call it Jonathan Budd's ad, but if you'll see up here, Cindy, what we were talking about, they spent $2,098, and they got a .051 click-through rate right here. Can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can.
Is this those are the sidebar, the side ads that Rob was talking about, the right side ads, right?
Yes. And I'm thinking so. It didn't really say what it was, but this is the image up here is what is catching you and getting you to go wherever they want you to go. And the only difference here, this one has a .051 click-through rate, and they spent $2,100. This has a .092 click-through rate, and they only spent $1,000. So that it's twice as much money, half as much money, but they get twice as much click-throughs. And the only difference is the picture. Everything else is the same, except that everything else is the same. He's sitting on a car here with something in the background, and here he's inside of a car with a rear view mirror. So it was a little bit backwards from what you and I talked about, Cindy. Yeah. But this one they spent half as much and got twice the results as this one, where they spent twice as much and got half the results. So those are the images. I think in my mind, at least, what this would tell me, if I had no more information than just this, is that image is extremely important. And then whatever you say in the ad copy beside it would be secondary. And then we can compare that to what Junjun's ads are doing and whether or not it's video or static images, and then we'll have a better idea of how it works. But back to how to advertise, we need to come up with three ads per campaign, whether or not it's going to the MOBE auto rotator or what, and then we do the emails for that for each one of those. So we'll have 30 things that we can add and then put them out there, and just let's see how they go. And if each of us uses individuals and spends our own money, that's something that we can do. Or if we put them through to the Brain Trust, that's something that we can do. My thinking was I was putting them through to the Brain Trust and just having them go into the rotator, because I was looking at this more as a team thing than it was for me individually. But that doesn't mean that I can't do it individually. But I'll need your help on that, Cindy. But we can sure do it. Clinton can. I want to take advice from you too, because you've obviously found out what didn't work. So I think that if we divide up the duties, and I can go in and look at Junjun's ad and try to figure it out, but I'd like somebody else that's also had a lot more experience in that area, because they will know more of what they're seeing.
It's already been done.
Okay.
I told you, Alina has already reverse engineered Junjun's funnel and John Chow's funnel, so we don't need to waste the time.
Okay.
She'll be back. She'll be back in a little while, and we can grab her and have her show us. Then that's fine. Navjot also. So I think if we can get Navjot, Alina, and the two, anybody else is interested in working together, we can get to that part. As far as posting the Facebook ads, who would like to work on that piece? I'm not. I would just as soon delegate that and basically just work with the person or people that are doing it. All right. When you say posting onto Facebook, you mean the ads, or the
Yeah, I mean using the Facebook Ads Manager, and I mean using the Facebook tool that you use with the Ads Manager to be able to, I forget what it's called, Eileen, that tool that allows you to add up hundreds of ads at once that I've used before.
Fabiana said she'd love to do something with that, but what I'd like to do is whoever is doing it, let us shadow you so we can learn.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah, it's not complicated, and I'm happy to do it for the first week and work together with whoever else wants to do it. But so I'm talking about the Power Editor. The Power Editor is I think Eileen may actually have more experience with the Power Editor than I do, but I've used it a few times. I know how it works, and because I'm a technology guy, I see the power of it, but I haven't mastered it, and I haven't mastered doing split testing on Facebook and stuff like that, so that's what we have to learn ASAP. Eileen,
So
can you talk a minute about your experience, and then maybe Bruce? I know Bruce also has some, I know he's very interested. I don't know how much experience you have doing Facebook, but if you would like to share, that would be great too.
Well, first of all, I don't really think that you guys heard anything that I talked about when I was talking about it earlier. Because first,
I heard everything.
Well, you probably didn't listen, because the reason why I'm saying that is because, like I said, Facebook is something that's always changing, and you can't do anything with it until you you can't take past case studies. You have to take really, really recent ones. So the one, I totally agree with the images. It's been proven over and over again that Facebook is in the imagery kind of industry over anything else. And so that ad, that ad, if you put it on right now, that's probably not going to convert half as well. The ad I'm talking about is the Jonathan, but because Matt was doing it in late 2011, that's actually early 2011 to mid 2011, that was the ad that worked, right? So, it's really, really stupid and time-wasting to talk about my experience with Facebook ads, because I haven't done any ads since they've changed everything in late September. So the only way you can do it now is just do our own thing. And
okay, well, I didn't know that you hadn't done ads. That's why I was asking, because I did do ads. I went through the Tips on Facebook Clicks course, and I did some ads. So what about Bruce? Bruce, have you done Facebook ads lately? Bruce Celine, I'm not sure you can control your mic right now. You're self-muted and can't be unmuted. Anyway, I know that Bruce is very interested. And
how about Elena? Do you know if she's done it? Elena?
No,
she's saying it.
not with any kind of a budget.
All right.
Yeah, Clinton. Clinton's obviously, you have pretty good
He
experience
has.
in this area too. So what are your thoughts on that?
I spent hundreds of dollars within the last couple of weeks, and they keep changing it. Once they get locked on to a certain lead page or to a certain website, they'll just block it. And like Eileen said, you can't really go off case studies from the past. You can, of course, use it as a standard of judgment. However, you've every time they make you test it. And I think it's a matter of money, because as you're testing, they're making more money. So the more they change it, the more you have to keep testing, and the more money you waste trying to test it.
That stinks.
What is the solution to that?
The solution is one person does it, and everybody else copies until they change it again.
Yeah, so Matt Dreyer, who presented at in Cabo, was talking about the 45 days before the event and what he did, and I'm pretty sure things haven't changed since then. And so for those of you that aren't aware, I own the presentation from that bonus day, so I can give you guys the link. But basically what he said is that he was doing newsfeed ads with a picture that is capturing people's attention, basically extracting user IDs, targeting the ads as the best that he could. But interestingly, because of his other obligations, he wasn't looking to build a relationship, and he was just kind of testing it out the same way as Matt has been testing it out, sending cold traffic directly to Matt's funnel, to the MOBE funnel, without even using his own autoresponder. and he was converting 1 out of 71 clicks to an MTTB sale. So if I was going to do it myself, and in fact that was what I tried to do for the Home Business Summit, I just didn't get it done in time and optimize it. My recommendation from that would be that that is the advertising that we do, because I think what Clinton was saying before was, yeah, the sidebar ads, people are starting to tune out more and more. But if you do it in a news feed and it looks like it's kind of personal, and they relate to the topic, they relate to that paragraph above the picture, and there's a way that you can put words above the picture and below the picture that I don't quite understand. If we could figure that out, I know that Matt presented that, so you may need to look at his presentation again to figure that out. Or maybe that's the kind of stuff that Chris Blair covers in his case studies. But I think that that is the winner right now, is newsfeed ads, paid newsfeed ads. And the question is, then it comes to, okay, if we do agree on that, once we verify that that's true, then it's a question of which words and which pictures and how do we best split test. And, we start with the $50 kind of budget, and we make sure that we're not wasting money, and then we start ramping it up. That would be my recommendation.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, so now, does anybody, Clinton, you've got plenty of good copies. Peter, and looking at what they've been doing, then I guess what the next step would be to take would be to grab what they're doing. And now, Rob, before we get off of this topic, what was the link that you were going to send that you said you owned?
I'd like to say two things, too, when you guys have a chance.
Yeah, go ahead while we're waiting.
Yeah, those of us who weren't at the summit, there was some vital information passed on by Vince Reed, who is an expert at Facebook marketing. And the more money you put into the budget, the more money Facebook is going to eat up. It's best to start with the smallest budget possible. In other words, he does like $5 or $10 a day. And what happens is, because your cost per click is based upon your click-through rate, instead of you putting in like $100 a day and they're shooting these ads everywhere and it's only being clicked on by certain people, when you put a smaller budget in, what it does is it pauses it in the morning, and then it shows a little bit at noon, then it pauses it again, and it shows a little bit more in the afternoon. And what happens is, when your ads are shown, they're being clicked on, instead of people seeing them all the time and saying, oh, I'll get to it in a minute, or, oh, I just clicked on it just now. And what it does, after Facebook evaluates the click-through rate, which, like I said, if you put a small budget in, it'll make the click-through rate higher. And it spreads it out during the day so that different people will see it. Somebody has their mic on and I can't talk. And what it does is it spreads the ad out through the day, which gives you a higher click-through rate. And then when they come back in and they reevaluate it, your cost per click goes down immediately. And to answer Fabiana's question about whether or not it should go inside of Facebook, yes, it is possible. And that's a quick way to get really low costing clicks, because you're sending it right back to Facebook. But at the same time, it's a really quick way to get your page blacklisted, because I can't promote anything off my page anymore. It's become stale. I'm done.
What does that mean, though? See, I don't understand.
I agree with everything you said about starting with a low budget, and I think that's what we'll learn from the case studies. That's the same kind of stuff that I learned from the 2-cent Facebook clicks. But, that's also a strategy for individuals that have a small budget, and I don't know what we want to change when we have a bigger budget. Maybe it has to do with, you do that with a small budget in different campaigns for different demographics, like you divide it in 5-year age groups and you have each one as a different campaign. I know that Matt generally is running 30 different ads at the same time. Sam was going to find out exactly what Matt's recommendation or what Matt is doing in terms of, if you're running 30 ads to the same demographic, then Facebook will choose one of them, and that will get all the clicks, and the other 29 won't. So that's not what he's doing. There's a way that you can be running 30 ads simultaneously and optimally, and it may be just based on age and gender, but that's what we should find out. And I agree, do little $5, $10 tests on each one until we get that data, and then we start to ramp it up. But it's definitely possible to ramp it up because people like Mike Filsame and Jonathan Budd and the big spenders, Matt Lloyd, they know how to spend big money effectively, so it can be done. It just, you have to do it right, and that's what we have to master ASAP.
Okay. All right. That's then who wants to volunteer to put together a couple of these ads so that Cindy and I are going to do it and try to come up with images and ads and see how they work, and we'll take a look at what's out there being done by June. And Clinton, you could throw in what doesn't work by giving us some examples of what you did that got you blasted. Do you think it was just quantity?
No, I think they're just really, really hardcore on people that's doing any type of network marketing or home business opportunities. And if you don't walk that chalk line precisely, they're going to spank you every time. And the more they spank you, the harder they're going to be on you next time you put an ad up.
Yeah.
And just over time, they've recognized me.
Okay, well, would it help that if we don't just do Rob doing, you were saying one person going through and doing the ads, so we've got 26 people that can actually do it different ways or different pictures each time or each campaign, so it won't be just one person. But I can't imagine why you would get hit with that when Jonathan and the others do it all the time too. So
that's what we need to figure out. So
yeah.
But we don't have 26 people on this particular team, and
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, we want to kind of keep it within our team so that we're not asking. First of all, so we can have a little bit more control of it, and second, we don't want to, encroach on their area and what they're doing in other brain trust mastermind groups. So.
Anybody that's involved in our mastermind that has any other mastermind that could be nearly as good as this needs to share with us ASAP.
Yeah.
But
Will do next week.
But I think that I lost my train of thought now.
Well, I was talking about everybody getting and coming up with some ads and then putting them in and creating them and sharing them back with one another. I think what Cindy and I are planning on doing, we're going to throw it by Elena so that she can put them together because she's got this software to do it a little bit better. And I know
Eileen has it too.
Okay.
Yeah, we all have the tools.
Okay.
So, but the thing is that there's a step before the Facebook ads, and that's the step that I've got to also finalize today, and that is what's the page that they come to when they click on the ad? Because that's the same page that they're going to come to when they click on the solo ad squeeze page. So when they click on the solo ad link, I should say. What is that squeeze page? And that will not, one of the things Clinton, I think, was starting to say before that we learned from Vince Reed is that you want to keep the traffic inside of Facebook. So you want that squeeze page to be inside of Facebook if it's a Facebook ad. And you'll see that that's what Jun is doing and Terry Lamb. But they're just using lead pages to do it. And Vince Reed talked about using 22 Social to do it. And several of us own 22 Social. Yes, so what I was going to say before is we don't need 26 accounts, but having 3 or 4 is a good thing to rotate around. It's just a question of who are the 3 or 4 people that are going to be posting ads. And anytime ads are posted, my recommendation would be that there's 2 people involved. There's somebody that's doing the work and somebody that's that's just checking it, just on maybe working together to put it up, but just a second set of eyeballs, especially when it's starting to ramp up.
I can do that for a number of groups of people if they want to, because I'm real good at editing and telling you how I'm real good at spouting off my opinion about what it means to me too. So if I would have clicked on it or not. So if Clinton and Cindy and Eileen get something, and Fabiana even can put something together, I can do the editing for all of that. I mean, we don't need to have 2 people editing, 3 or 4 different things. I don't think, do we? I can handle that part is what I'm volunteering to do.
What do you mean editing?
Correcting grammatical errors and things of that matter.
Yeah, you can probably do all of it.
Yeah, I could do
Yeah.
that. For anybody that has a need for that, I'll be glad to do it. If you guys can do the technical aspects of it and put it together and add the right pixels and all of that, and how we come up with that, then I can help on the other end.
Well, Rob's got the point about the landing page and then where to go with where the next step goes. But when you're talking about that, what about the video? Where does video fit in?
So there are several ways to do a video. One of them is to actually just do a promoted post, and that promoted post has a video in it. I have to find the YouTube link to show you how to do that, but that is like not a lot of people are doing it because they figure that YouTube, Facebook doesn't do videos. I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 at max per week of people that are doing the direct video ads on Facebook. So that, I think I will have to find it. But, oh, by the way, Clinton, please accept on Skype. So I'll try to find that as soon as possible. I've actually gone to search for it, but I don't recall which one it is.
Well, Eileen, is there any stats on videos of whether or not they're a very good conversion rate in it at all?
No?
Okay. Well, like
But
Rob
here's the
says,
thing. What I was saying, I don't know if I said it or not, but what I meant to say is that the reason why Junjun's funnel is working in Facebook is because he has a video squeeze page, as does John Chow. So that when Facebook clicks on the link, when their people click on the link and they, instead of coming to a Facebook page that says, make $100,000 in your home business, Facebook does not like that. But if it comes to a video and it explains that you pay $49 and you get a 21-day program, and I'm going to give you free coaching through the Brain Trust, and here's why you want to join our team, and here's everything that you're going to risk, and here's everything you're going to get, and you say it all in the video, Facebook likes that. That is the power of video in Facebook. And that's why Clinton's having trouble with his ads. That's why most of my ads got banned. But as soon as I put video, as soon as I put the webinar telling people why they should come to the home business seminar, Facebook was happy to take our money. They were very happy.
okay. Rob, with the $49 and then to the 21 steps, question I needed to ask you about that is if we take them through the MTTB, I thought we weren't supposed to do that if we were going to do our coaching ourselves.
I would say you should put everybody through MTTB unless you have a personal relationship with them first.
Good idea. Okay, perfect. All right, that's what I wanted to make sure I understood. But okay, so and then the free coaching and then the rest. So if we were to do a video, then it would have to be a person in our group, or can we hire somebody, or what? What do you want to do about that?
That is, it's certainly something we can decide. Interesting you should say that. There was this woman who was at the event named Liz who lives in Los Angeles, and I was thinking of inviting her onto our team because she does landing page and email templates, and she was offering to do a video landing page, and it says on here, featuring video templates with professional actors and actresses reciting your script in high definition on a white background. Video landing pages have proven to increase conversions by 80%. Now you can use your own spokespeople without any video equipment. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to take the Emmanuel Adebagola approach, where Matt Lloyd offered to send a videographer to do this video for him to show off his new MOBE Merc. And he said, $2,500 will get you everything you need. And Emmanuel said, I don't think so. So he went out and he bought a camera. He hired a kid from his church, and he made it himself, and it's awesome. So we could do it ourselves. You don't have to spend money.
All right.
But this woman could do it. That I think that she could. I don't know that much about her, but based on this little ad, since she lives in LA, we could probably, do a deal with her and trade her some clicks to create some pages like this for us. And I could be the spokesperson. We could use an actor. We could compare that kind of stuff. might even be able to get John Chow, since he lives in Orange County, might be able to do something with him and me together. Anybody, and then you guys, we can create multiple versions, but the key is what is the content of that video that's going to get people to want to spend $49.
It would be Matt Damon making the, or Brad Pitt doing the ad. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Charlie is honest.
Yeah.
It would work.
But what I'm thinking is, it's got to, if we could just get it's the grabbing the attention. That's what we got to start with first. You got to grab their attention with what?
Well, grabbing their attention, there's the grabbing the attention that we've been talking about until now, which is getting people to come to this page. And now we're talking about grabbing their attention when they get to the page. And to me, actually, that's a little bit more urgent, because I've got to figure that part out so that we can finish our co-op rotator and start to get clicks, because it's the same issue that we have. Although we don't, for everything else, we don't have to do this video that I'm talking about, but I think that it would be worth figuring out if we have something that we can start using immediately. We can make that maybe one of a couple different squeeze pages and do some split testing. But if we're not ready, we can keep it simple and basically go from a page that is like the survey page, which we know is converting best, that does not work for Facebook. They don't like that page, to using a video for Facebook, but when you're not in Facebook, we go from that squeeze page that is the replacement or our version of the survey page, which is converting around 50%, and from there, the question is, do we go to an intermediate page with our own short video that we're talking about here that would tell people why they should work with us, and then from there they go to Matt's 5-minute video, 10-minute video, where he convinces people. I mean, that is a great page, and it's so clean and nice, and that gets people to spend the $49. So is there, when we're outside of Facebook, do we want to go to a page that that has our offer, like Jun is using first? And if that's working, do we want to do that outside of Facebook as well?
I have a question. When you send people to 3 or 4 or 5 places, don't you lose some conversion when you do that?
You send them to one place at a time, and the next place is only when they either X out or they click. And Matt, if you want to follow the leader, Matt Lloyd will keep sending you to one offer after another until you smash your computer screen.
Okay.
Did you have any cost figures on what, when she said that you could get an actor to read it for you, what was she talking cost-wise?
There's no pricing on here, but I can go to her website and take a quick look.
That's intriguing to me. I mean, because you talk about getting somebody's attention, Cindy. I mean, you put Matt Damon or Selma Hayek or somebody like that up there reading the script that'll get my attention in a minute.
That's because you're a guy, but that isn't all the girl. In other words, that girl ain't gonna sell no stay-at-home mom on it, though.
Well, that's true.
No, it's not going to be anybody like that. I've been down that road already. It's not going to be anybody like that. When they say professional actors, they mean that people who've actually been to school for it and they know what they're doing. It's not going to be like Denzel Washington or anybody like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about Clinton Lewis? I understand he's available.
Yeah, you can find them on Fiverr. Those people do that for $5. Professional people. Yeah.
Oh, good deal. Okay, that. If it's a handsome guy or a good-looking girl, I mean, that would that would appeal.
Now that would be Clinton Lewis.
But I'm trying to tell you that what will grab me is a cute little puppy or a cute little baby talking some smack.
Well, I was talking about that with Cindy too, and Clinton. What I mentioned was that it was sort of like what you said earlier, that it was compression overload, or what do you call it?
Yes,
impressions.
Yeah, impressions. Mm-hmm.
And I because I'm kind of sick of the little babies. Now I love the dogs and the cats, but that baby commercial has been overused so many times. Although I did laugh at that one that you were talking about the other day, Cindy, the little kid that's saying that the mime is talking. Does that not bother anybody that the mime is talking? So that was kind of cute, but
That's actually a pun against just the babies talking anymore.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I guess people are getting saturated about it. I don't know. We got to come up with something.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do, and then we'll meet back here. We'll leave the room open. What I'm going to do is drop off, look at a number of Junjun's ads, see if I can pick up what he's doing that we need to be doing, and then I'll get
Just
that
ask
back.
him directly.
Yeah, that would be cool. Do we have a way to get in touch with him directly? Do you have that, Eileen?
Well, Rob says we can look at the
Yeah.
stuff, but, you know,
Or,
when it
well,
cut to the chase.
Well, Eileen might be, since you're on a first name and you know him, would you mind giving him a jingle? Or what did he give you that you sent me the link on? Was that not from Junjun?
Which link?
You sent me something to my email, and I haven't been there looking at it because of
Well, I have a
sharing the
call with
screen.
him tonight. Terry
Wow.
Lamb, Jr. and Mike Morgan are at Mike's house. They're having dinner or something.
You're going to have
and
a
I'm-
virtual dinner?
I can't. I have to go
He's
see
a
Dave
normal
Bellini
person.
next week.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he's with
speaking
chopsticks
of,
and two hands.
I know this week, I know this conversation is getting a little off topic, but because, well, I don't really know what Dave Fellini can do for us, but I was watching the replay, and Rob Tepper mentioned Dave Fellini in the with like the forensic thing, and so I thought, hey, he lives in Ottawa, why don't I just go see him? So I told him, hey, Dave, I'm coming to Ottawa. He said, okay, when? I said, next week. So what do I have to, like, what should I ask him, and what should I do with him to help you guys? Well, to
That
help
would-
us.
Well, you need to have a one-on-one talk with Rob on that one. That'd be great.
Okay.
So when are you going to sleep, Eileen?
Well, I woke up, and then John told me that the ebook that we're doing is going to be done soon. That's why right now I'm working on my forward. Man, I don't even know how to write properly, but yeah. So, and then I think the bottom line really comes down to the fact that when you're marketing, you're not marketing just to your MOBE link. It's always to yourself, because people buy you. People don't buy any other thing. And before I put my link into the rotator, I definitely want to have like the Facebook ad, the blog, everything set up so that I am marketing myself, not MOBE. Does that make sense?
Yep. That part I understand.
Yes, but there are people that have chosen to not do that, and so for people that don't have the time or the skill set that you have, don't let that hold you back. In fact, Sam, who is controlling several $1,000s of other people's money, including his own, is sending all of his traffic directly to the MOBE links without doing any personal branding for anybody on his team. So it is a choice. We know that it works, but I do agree, especially for those of you who want to be building your brand, that this is a great time to do it. This is a great product to do it with. This is a good time to do it, but don't let it slow you down too much. When you're getting new people started that say, oh man, but I don't even, like Charlie has felt this way for a while. They don't really have anything. I got to get everything ready before I can start doing anything. And the truth is that there are people in MOBE that started with nothing, like Junjun Lee, and did not worry. Now when you look at him, you say, oh my God, you look at all of his collateral, and you say, no wonder. But a year ago, I knew Junjun when he got started. He had nothing, and he basically just did solo ads, sent traffic, followed instructions. People like Mike Morin didn't know anything about internet marketing, didn't have any presence online, and just started sending traffic to cold traffic directly to the MOBE back office links and started making money. So there's two phases, and especially for people that you might come across that are intimidated by it, that's important for you to know, that they don't have to have all this stuff set up. But if they want to, that's a real benefit of the Brain Trust, because we'll help people, but they don't need to wait to get started.
Okay.
Great.
I agree that I'm a test case for that, because I'm kind of learning as I go along here, and relying on a lot on the Brain Trust to get me educated to where I can get to Eileen's state, and not her province, but her state of being. And also Clinton and Rob, I want to get up there on the level with you guys, and this is the best way to do it. And I'm also looking at this from a duplicatable standpoint. Is this something that's going to be duplicatable by the people that I offer it to? And this is not easy, what we're doing in the Brain Trust. So a lot of people are going to want to take that done-for-you approach that MOBE offers, and I think that's what we're doing here in the Brain Trust, is giving them a pathway to get there, and have it done for them. And I like that. I mean, personally, for me, I really like.
That's what we need to capitalize, is that done for you. What can we do that would capture that done for you thing? I like that.
Yeah, that's a good tagline. I mean, that was a wonderful one that we I think we have that on our little sheet, and I can get that to everybody too.
Done for you franchise?
Don't you? No.
Just as a tagline, something. Let's see if I can find it here.
Well, no, what we're saying is that what Matt has done is made it easy for any newbie coming in. Is it's done for you. You get the traffic, you bring it to them, and it's done for you. What can we do to capitalize on that to start it? Because that's a huge thing to say. It's done for you.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic is done for you?
No.
Everything's done for you.
Except for the trafficking.
Okay, right now we're basically what we're doing is essentially the same thing that WeSellGoodTraffic.com is doing, and they have done the traffic is done for you.
Yeah, but Matt
Are they doing that in their ads?
Yeah, that's we're all being targeted because we're already MOBE buyers, right? So we don't have to pick up the phone. We don't have to do all of that now. Matt's uncovered the final aspect, which is done for you traffic. You buy traffic with him, and then it's done for you. But what I'm saying is, actually, I don't even think you guys understand what I'm saying, because I don't even understand myself. But are you saying it's done for you in terms of Brain Trust, or are you saying done for you in terms of what?
MTTB.
I was thinking in terms of MTTB.
Yes.
Okay, it's done for your system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the system.
Actually can do the same thing.
Right.
I mean, that's what we're doing, is we're setting up we're testing how it's working with the Brain Trust, and we can certainly sell that or use that in the future. So if we tweak this and get it going, and we find out what we're doing is better than what everybody else is doing, then by golly, they're going to be copying us, and we will be glad to have them do that for a fee.
Can I ask a question here? This is
Sure.
Jeff.
Oh, hi, Jeff.
Have we made any decisions today on how we're moving forward? Because it's wonderful to talk about what we have to offer, but until we do something, we have nothing to offer.
Yeah, that's what we're just about to get that pinned down here. Did you come in late to the call?
I did.
Okay, yeah, we're just about to nail down the steps, the action steps that we need to take here. So that was a good question, and I think what we're going to do is just basically divide what needs to be done. And Jeff, you're welcome your input is always welcomed on this too, because you've got quite a bit of experience, way more than I do. So what we're going to do is analyze what's out there by looking at the Facebook marketing side of it. Clinton and Cindy and Eileen are going to
Jeff has a lot of experience as a pediatrician and an accountant, but not in internet marketing. So I think he's probably laughing to himself about that. He's here to learn.
Well, we can target those doctors. They're not going to want a doctor forever either. No, but yeah, I think the action items are we're pretty close to nailing that down. Does anybody have any other thoughts on that? We just start getting our ads together, put them together, using the ad copy that we have, and looking at what's working on the internet, and then putting together. I think we ought to do 10 ads at 3 each for that, so that'll give us 30 squeeze pages, just like Matt said. Or Clinton, what's your thinking on that? do you go with that philosophy that Matt put out on his training video?
I do agree with that.
Okay, good. Then that'll be one thing that we can do, because that's exactly what he said to do, is come up with something that can be split tested. We can all drive it to whatever page we want to drive it to, and that can be a decision that we make a little bit later. And I think, according to what I heard from Rob now, that's a priority on his desk right now, so that he can be working on that. We'll be getting the ads, put them together. And,
Well, we need somebody to do the landing page, okay? Because that's what he has to have, the landing page in Facebook. So someone who's an expert in that, who wants to volunteer on the landing page, we sure would appreciate it. Are you any good at that, Clinton?
and Eileen, thank you so much for volunteering on that one.
I've been digging around in lead pages for the last couple of days, trying to get a good lead page together, but I'm a little bit confused with those squeeze pages. I'm more of a direct, send them straight to the website sort of guy, and if I'd be more than happy to team up with someone on it though.
Well, that would be great. I mean, Eileen, do you have time?
For what?
Landing page.
The landing
Okay.
page.
Tell me what you want to put on there, and I can get it done in 2 minutes.
Now wait a minute. I love that she can do that, but don't just do it. You got to let me and Clinton see what you're doing, okay?
Yeah. Do you all have? So Clinton has a Lead Pages account. What about you, Cindy? Do you have a Lead Pages account?
Nope. I mean, if you're talking about squeeze page, 90 second is all I got. I mean, but Rob does a lot of that. So, I'm not. The landing page in Facebook is an important thing. That seems to be what Ginger did, so of course we need that. And that's important to Rob. We can get ads together and we can come back and talk about it. But like he says, you got your ads to a landing page. That's where we got to go. Those are two steps that we need.
Let's back up a little bit. First of all, in order for us to get lead pages published in Facebook, you have to have a Facebook page. Okay? Do we have that?
Yes, we have Facebook.
We all have Facebook pages, but Rob, what do we need on that? As far as if it's for the Brain Trust and you're using the money for the co-op, then we're going to have something, right?
We need a strategy.
Yeah.
Is what we need. That's what this is about. So we have multiple Facebook pages, and we're talking about not our personal pages, we're talking about fan pages. And Charlie and Cindy and me and others have 22 social accounts that are tied to our fan pages, which allows us to do pretty much what you are doing with lead pages. So I think the next thing that you were going to say, Eileen, is that it comes down to the copy and the video that goes on that page, and what links go there and where they go to. It's as simple as that.
What doesn't work is that you can't have multiple Facebook pages for one ad. Okay? That's not going to work. The way it works is, okay, first of all, let's say we have a Brain Trust page. Then we create the ad for it, and in one of the options in the ad, we put the landing view as the lead pages opt-in. All right, that's one lead pages. And so the only way this is going to work is if we have one lead page, and after people opt in, they go to everyone else's link for MTTP or whatever
that's
video.
Fine. That is exactly what the way that the rotator will work for the co-op. So
right.
we're
So
saying the same thing. So when I said at the beginning that it's
so you
about the
can't have
strategy,
two opt-ins.
I never said anything about two opt-ins, so I
But each of our
understand
rotator, what is the rotator right now? Are
the
they
rotator is invisible to you. The rotator is when it's basically the thank you page from the autoresponder. And
that's not what I'm
thank you page
asking.
from the autoresponder goes to a rotator, which transparent to you. It has a different ad channel for each person, and it rotates through.
And the ad channel, does it go to people's opt-in pages, or do they go to people's link for MTTP?
It would go to, if they've already opted in, then it would go, most likely to the video squeeze page, which is the page where Matt takes people to after they opt in. And then from there, when they X out of that, it takes them to the written sales letter. But the only thing missing is whether we want to have an intermediate page that they get to before they ever get there. Because once we take them there, then, once we take them to the MTTB, to the MOBE link, then they're gone. So you definitely want to have them in the autoresponder, and if you want to have a pre-sales page, that's where it would have to be before they actually get to MOBE. And that page would have to be the same for everybody. So it's let's see. Well, it just depends on where the rotator is. But the rotator can be either before, maybe Facebook wouldn't allow it to put the rotator so that it rotates every time you click on the ad. So it would have to be the same ad, and it would be the place where when you click, it would always go to the same landing page. So it would have to be that thank you page from the landing page that has the rotator. So that rotator could go to, first of all, it could go to split-tested intermediate pages. It could go to split-tested video squeeze pages, or we could just send all the traffic directly to the one that is converting the best. But that's really what this meeting is about, is to understand what the issues are so we can decide on exactly where we want to route the traffic to.
Okay, I have a question. When you say that it goes to the rotator, you're not talking about a page published in the Facebook, right? You're just doing an ad on Facebook.
So the ad is on Facebook. They click on the ad, and the ad goes to a squeeze page that's on Facebook that is attached to somebody's fan page. And then when they click on
Which
the
is
link
not going
that's
to
on
work.
that page, what?
That's what she's saying. It won't work. It has to go to one landing page every time.
I'm talking about one landing page. It goes to, that ad goes to whatever the page. I've got a page that's called Matt Lloyd Fan Club. Clinton has about 40 different pages. You've got pages. We just have to decide on a page. I agree. We're going to go to one page. And the link that is on that page is the link that will go to the rotator. And the rotator will take the visitor to a different person's MOBE channel, ad channel each time.
I got a question. We get an ad and it goes through the landing page. Can we do several different campaigns of ads that would land in different landing pages? Could we not do that? Yeah, see, so that would solve that problem.
That's also why I was saying that's the strategy part, because that's why I was saying, maybe that's what confused you, Eileen, that I was saying that we have multiple different pages that we can use. I'm talking about being able to do different things with them strategically. We have, Becca Tepper Live, which is, for different target markets, we would have different newsfeed ads that would then tie to different Facebook fan pages, but each campaign would tie to one Facebook fan page. That fan page, the link that you go to from that fan page is the rotator, if we're doing it for the co-op. And the same exact approach any individual can apply, and just take the word rotator out and you say it goes to your MOBE link.
Okay, so in order for that to happen, I have to have the admin status for everyone's page, or else I can't publish the page.
That's correct.
That's correct, yes.
Okay,
no
so
problem.
give me your status.
Well, first let's decide on which pages, because we've got a bunch of different pages that some of them need work, like I created the Matt Lloyd fan page, but there's really nothing on it. Clinton's got, let's figure out what's the superset of pages to choose from, and then maybe if we can do that all right now, then we can make some decisions. But at a minimum, we can at least know what we've got to choose from.
Okay, so should we have one lead pages account for, like, MOBE Brain Trust? Because it's tied to the account when you're.
Yeah, I think one lead pages, and I've got a 22 social unlimited license, and we can split test those two against each other. That would be cool, because 22 social does pretty much the same thing, but it looks different.
Yeah, and we can have two. Well, we can have however many pages published on Facebook. It's just that 22 social would be one, and then the other would be lead pages, right?
Yep.
Okay, so does everyone have what they want on like their own opt-in page? Because I gotta get something to work with, and I don't know what you guys are planning to say on the opt-in page. I don't know if it's going to be a video opt-in page. I don't know if it's going to be a webinar opt-in page.
Well, don't we want to decide who gets, if we have this many people, we'll get each of us going in a different target market, and then we can come up with an opt-in page designed for that market. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, yes. Also, Rob, how many rotators can you do from, can your rotator have like 4 or 5 lead pages going out to the co-op?
Yeah, it's actually the other way around. It's the 4 or 5 lead pages would all go to the same rotator, so no problem, absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, good. All righty, and then so what we have to do is think,
Who's going to target which market?
you know what, Eileen's really good at, I think she would be good at this. You need to look at, we need to give you some fan pages to work from, and then we can figure out what we need for the target for each one. Like Clinton's got several. Clinton, do you have a favorite fan page that you feel will, I mean, will they go to that fan page? They don't, do they? You're attaching it to that fan page. They don't necessarily go to that fan page, do they?
Unless they click on it.
Correct.
Okay.
They don't have to go there, but the newsfeed ad is going to basically show, it shows their little icon and then the picture, and it comes through and it looks like it's kind of a friend, so they might click on it, and we definitely want to have something compelling there if they do. And that's what Eileen was saying. We got to make sure these pages are ready.
Okay, and what ready means is that what? What are you looking for that makes a fan page ready? The look? Does it matter likes? Does it matter theme? What is it?
It matters whether you're going to be proud to have people going there and whether the message is appropriate. You know, you're not necessarily trying to convert them to MOBE. It should not be all about MOBE. It should be more about, again, it should be about the theme. You've got a Pinterest fan page, so
Yeah.
it's just that when people click there, they should see that it's not just a holding.
I got it. Okay.
You know.
I got that. Now, Eileen, I've got 2 fan pages, one that's in Pinterest and one that is got the little, you know, follow Cindy Martini thing. So, you know, if it was me and about a landing page or something like that, that would probably be more interested for women, right? Would it not be more for that, or do you think it could go across the board? I mean, statistically, Pinterest is mostly women, but
Yeah, 90%.
yeah, so that's exactly right. Well, men are picking up. I'm seeing more and more businesses and men in it, but you're right, it's mainly women. So, you know, we could use the stay-at-home one. Pinterest, it seems to be a big deal for women and stay-at-home, so we could probably use that page, fan page, to link with the landing page for that. And then
Right.
let's find out what Clinton has and what you have and what Rob has, and let's start with 4 right now. I think 4 would
But
be more
in
than
order
enough to
for
start.
us to okay. In order for us to start, okay, with lead pages, you have to have your own lead pages account because it's going to link to your autoresponder. Okay, I can't publish everyone's pages on my account, or else I can't publish I can't link all the autoresponder to my account. Does that make sense?
Okay, so that's where I'm getting lost on the technical end. Okay, so when we have the ad,
Cindy and Charlie and I have 22 social right now, so if we can split test that way, that would be good. Otherwise, we will get a lead pages account for the co-op, and then, you know, those leads would go to a co-op autoresponder like we did for the event and like we'll do for competitions, and we'll just divvy them up for anybody that wants to do that. So let's assume that we will have what we need in terms of tools once we have the rest of the strategy. I'm just not sure, you know, where lead pages is needed versus 22 social or what you're thinking.
All right, is 22 Social the same thing as what the landing page that Junjun's using? Is that, they're both inside Facebook, right? So that's what you're saying, one or the other.
They're both inside Facebook fan pages, and they're video squeeze pages, and you can do that with both tools.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now I got that. But how does it get into the autoresponder, Rob?
When they click on that page, and they put, with Facebook, they can either put their email address and say submit, or they can, a lot of times they can push a button that says connect through Facebook, and they don't even have to put their information because Facebook will just automatically put them in the autoresponder. That's really the power that Facebook can give you. If people are willing to click on that, then it will automatically. And so the answer is, when you set up 22 Social, you have to set it up with the autoresponder. There's a place when you set up your buttons that you can set up for an autoresponder, and 22 Social also has its own contact management tool that automatically, when people click on your buttons on 22 Social, it puts them into its own 22 Social contact management thing on Facebook. So you may not have their email addresses, but you have their Facebook link, so you can just click on that page and you can go and send them a friend request or talk to them that way.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Uh-oh.
You got some reverb there. Go ahead and mute yourself.
I like that.
Do we have who? Clinton, Eileen, Elena, Jeff, Rob, Fabiana, Deborah's not here, but do you guys have a particular market that you want to go after? Clinton?
At this point, I think we're good for the baby boomers, the military people, just sort of like the same target audience we had before.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because just because it's for athletes or military or baby boomers doesn't mean that other people won't also see something that hits home. I mean, if for example, we were talking about with the pro athletes, that if you come in there and you say, okay, your body is going to wear out at 35, what are you going to do after that? Well, somebody that sees that ad is going to say, hey, he's retiring at 35. I like that. Let me take a look at this ad and see what it's about. So just because it says it's athletes doesn't mean that a lot of other people might not look at it.
The other way to look at it is to look at what Matt Lloyd is using for his banners and for his recommended solo ad copy. Read the most recent issue of his monthly publication where he talks about the Alexa rating of his websites and determine that the average demographic is 45 to 65-year-old male, and 50% of his audience is in the U.S. So I don't think you need much more than that to get started. And then you look at what he's using for squeeze pages outside of Facebook, and it's basically that one sentence that appeals pretty universally. You know, do you want to learn to make $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 commissions without picking up the phone? That's really appealing across all markets. So when you subdivide it down to military or stay-at-home moms, that's the next step. That's where you're starting to build a relationship. But the first step, they're going to opt in just from that first stage. And in many cases, you want to keep that, mostly you want to keep that as short as possible, and you want to use what's proven to work. And again, that's where we go back. And so getting back to your question, what do you ask Dave Fellini about his forensic decomposition or analysis? It's, what exactly did he learn? I know I kind of did the same thing from a financial perspective, and that was what made me go all in terms of deciding to put in $5,000 a month into traffic, because it was just so obvious when I ran the numbers. He didn't talk specifically about what he meant when he said forensic decomposition, but I think that basically what he meant is
residuals.
The same thing. He just did the numbers, and he realized that if he invests X amount of money, then he could go to Cabo and spend a month without having to work very hard, and he would double or triple his money. That's pretty good. I don't think it was much deeper than that, to be honest.
No, he did residuals.
Meaning what?
As in he talks like when he markets, right? He doesn't talk anything about my top tier business or making money. He talks about residual incomes.
Okay. Yep. Just residual income is a nice thing. Absolutely.
All right. So why don't we leave go ahead and wrap up for today as far as the recording. Then you can turn the recorder off. We'll leave the room open, and then everybody gets their ads together and just put something together, and let's see how it looks, and we'll just share them when whenever anybody comes back into the room and see how they look, and then we'll just take one and go from there. And
Hold on a second.
Sorry, go ahead, Anya.
I don't. Nobody sent me their lead pages account. I can't work like what I've just mentioned. I can't work with anything unless I have people's
you need the
lead pages login.
Okay.
And you have to make sure that it links to your autoresponder, because I can't do it.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that for Charlie and Cindy and I, we will do the same thing using 22 Social. So we can teach you how to use that. Cindy can teach you. But in terms of the content, the headline, what goes above the video, what goes below the video, we can do pretty much the same thing as lead pages, and it'll just look a little bit different.
And I'm not real clear on the technical totally yet, Rob, but I will get there. I mean, I know how to set it up, but I don't think I have anything of mine set up to an autoresponder, so that part you're going to have to show me.
Yeah, 22 Social is designed by, Eileen, you'll appreciate it, because it is designed to be as few clicks as possible for everything. It's extremely user-friendly interface, and it's generally 1 or 2 clicks, and there's not a lot of flexibility, but it does everything that we need. So I wouldn't spend $79 a month on lead pages if that's the only need right now.
All right.
Especially if we want to be able to split test, and we can do different campaigns going to, one can go to lead pages and one can go to 22 Social with exactly the same basic funnel, and see if we can get some data about conversions there. That could be interesting. I'm not really sure what possibility that there is on lead pages in terms of, it seems when I can always look at a page and know when it's a lead pages page. They all seem to look the same. With 22 Social, there's a lot more things that we can do, and maybe you can do it on lead pages too, but people are just choosing that look because it's working.
Okay, well, what I need to bring out is that we have several people on here, and Charlie, we're saying go make ads. Well, we probably want to group people together so they can work together to make these ads, don't you think?
I think there's another fundamental piece that needs to be understood, and that is, what is the approach that Matt Lloyd recommends to run 30 ads at a time? We can't do much before we know the answer to that. I mean, you can start creating ads, absolutely, but in terms of actually running them, in terms of doing split testing, we need to know that answer. And Sam had said he was going to get the answer to that for me like 10 days ago, so I need to follow up with him.
What is Matt Lloyd's what?
What is his strategy? Exactly how is he running 30 ads simultaneously to do his split testing and get his data quickly?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So what do you want us to do then? I'm still saying, okay, we want to keep
So
this
that's
simple.
number one. That's critical, that answer. And then I think that you guys should be aware of Matt Dreyer's video. I said that I would send the link, but I realized that I don't even have the link to that bonus day. So I'll get that, and I'll provide that to you. But I'm telling you, it's newsfeed ads. We just have to find out. Maybe you can even do a Google search, and we can find out what is working, or on YouTube, find out what's working with newsfeed ads. But I know it's some amount of text above the picture and some amount of text below the picture. And knowing that, Peter Robinson has already written quite a bit, and he's done searching for pictures and text that meet that criteria of having words above and words below a picture designed specifically for a newsfeed ad for MTTB. But we still need these other answers. And I agree with what you're saying, Charlie, about having, 3 pictures and 3 sets of text and being able to test them against each other. Then the plan that you need to come up with is under which Facebook fan page is each of the campaigns going to be done, and which ads are we going to use for each. And we don't need to do 4 target markets to get started. I'd rather get focused on one and be able to get the 30 split testing going with one target market and get that working before we even start adding on any other target markets.
Okay, given that, what does everybody think the target market that we ought to have is?
Well, I think it can be general enough just because of what Rob said, that if we're using those lines, both the top and the below, it could probably hit most of them, right?
Well, I'm thinking if 45 to 65-year-old males are the target market, baby boomers is the way to go. Because these guys are thinking that the economy's bad, I'm losing my job, my 401k's in the toilet, and I'm about to retire. Something's got to give. But that's just my opinion. Any other?
Well, there's two parts to it. There's the newsfeed ad that they're going to click on. So I think that's what you're talking about. Who do you target the ad to? And that's just going to be attention grabbing. It's going to get them to click. Then the next part is the squeeze page within Facebook that needs to be informative. So that's where you do have the opportunity in the video to really target the demographic and to give them the bonuses that are most appropriate to them, to give them the direction and support based on the fact that they're stay-at-home moms or based on the fact that they're, baby boomers and they're feeling like, they love to do it, but they really need somebody to hold their hand. That's where watching Junjun's video, watching John Chow's video, see what they're doing, and we can target that video specifically to our demographics. But I agree with you, Charlie, that the first one should be the most generically targeted towards our baby boomer demographic. But as well as possible, we can try not to exclude anybody, and then when we actually do the targeting of our advertising, we can test different demographics and see if it converts best where we think it will convert best.
Okay. With that in mind, let's break up and go get them. But leave the room open, and then we'll stop recording now, and I thank everybody for coming to the meeting, and we'll have another meeting. We'll decide that after the recording, and then let's just go ahead and put this wrap it up for now, but leave the room open, and we can all get in here and talk, swap back and forth and talk with each other individually on Skype if we want to work on a particular area, and then I can get in there and look and do the Facebook analysis of what Junjun's doing, and Cindy, you and Clinton and Eileen maybe could get together on what you were talking about, learning a little bit more of the technical end of it, and then we'll just beat back in here and see what we've come up with. Sound good?
Sounds good. So because of the rotator, we're going to be starting to run solo ads in the next 24 hours, so the rotator will be ready. So we will start running Facebook ads as soon as we have a specific plan and we're ready to start testing. And we will start with a small budget, but the idea is to understand how to go most effectively from a small budget to a large budget, and not sacrifice quality, not sacrifice clicks. If you do it right, using what Clinton was talking about, using what the leaders have already learned, we can make sure that we're getting the best results for our dollars, and that is the goal. And then also to document it so that it empowers the people on our team to be able to do the same thing on their own, and or to know why they want to join our co-op in the future if we allow them. Not the brain trust, but the co-op. As we have success, we'll document our success, and we'll potentially open it up to other people based on the fact that we're able to give them, an ROI that that not only a great ROI that is comparable, ideally better than what they're getting through the We Buy Good Traffic, but the support so that we're also teaching them at the same time. That's the differentiator. In fact, they may not be part of the Brain Trust, but they'll get the benefit of us sharing with each other and continually optimizing and trying to get the absolute best price per click on across all traffic, or I should say price per conversion across all traffic sources out there.
Okay. All right. With that, Rob, I think it's a wrap, and just leave the door open, and we'll all come into the room.
All right. I'm going to stop recording.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Rob.
everybody. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for leading this.
You betcha.
All love it very much. So let's begin. The very first tool which I am going to reveal you is basically a competitive intelligence tool for online media buyers. So are you ready? Okay, let's move forward. The name of this amazing online application is whatsrunwhere.com. Whatsrunwhere basically help you sort through the chaos of media buying so you can buy more intelligently and profitably, and discover new traffic sources and keep an eye on what your competition is doing. It offers support for over 90 ad networks and includes 15 countries on display, text, and mobile. Whatsrunware offers historical data for 760 plus days. It offers domain profile, traffic sources by placement, top placement by percentage, top placement by duration, ad server occurrence, etc. Placement profile includes top advertiser, top banner ads, top text, hybrid ads, etc. Apart from that, you also get creative text, image, and flash, and much more. Whatsrunware system as a mean of researching the most popular banner ads by strength, relevancy, or recency on any of the following platform. Its network include Google Image Ad, 247 Real Media, Context Web, ValueTrick, Travel Fusion, Blue Lithium, Buy-Sell Ads, Rubicon Project, AdBright, Technology Media, Burst Media, Advertising.com, Interclick, Zido, Extend Media, Undertone Ads, Specific Media, and Heron Media. Now you are thinking that what are the main features of this app and how you can benefit it through it. Okay, let me explain that. Whatsrunwhere.com actually display text and mobile media data on its online website application. So through it you can run many make your campaign more profitable and for you. So apart from that, you also see what your competitors or related products are doing online, how they are advertising, and where they are buying the media. You can also discover new traffic sources to improve existing and future campaign to deliver a higher return on investment. Furthermore, you also research ad so that you can come up with new idea for split test and limit risk and save money while testing campaigns. So let's watch this tool in action. So here is a preview. I have just taken a screenshot of this tool. So here it look like. You just have to enter your domain name here and press search. But apart from that, you can filter your ad by this field. It includes countries. The ad is running for how many days, and here is a short review that where this ad is going on. and what it's look like. Okay, so I just run a search for true.com, and here is a preview. These are the image banners which the website owner is running on different website. So apart from that, you also get detailed information about its traffic sources. As you are watching right now, that all maximum traffic is coming from for this site from media buying, and apart from that, its traffic comes from Google AdWords, MySpace, Header Media. So these are the list of the sites where the website owner is purchased any banner or something like that. Okay, let's move forward. I believe that this tool is intense. The type of data you can grab out of here is invaluable. I hope you are convinced. Now let's check the pricing plan. Okay, the Watsonware offer 4 different type of membership. The first one is enterprise, the second one is premium, the third one is basic, and it also offer $1 trial for 3 days. I highly recommend that we purchase $299 per month package, because I believe that this is the most good available package among other plans. So let's take a look at some basic differences between premium and the basic one. The premium package, where one side include premium dedicated support, and it has also include multiple user and team training. But on basic package, you are missing these 3 features. So I don't think that it will make a lot of difference. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the information about this awesome spy tool. Okay, now let's move forward and discuss about another cool tool. Are you ready? Okay. Now I'm going to reveal you an amazing spy tool for Facebook advertisement. I am pretty confident you all will love this awesome info. First of all, why to choose Facebook advertising? Actually, Facebook is world's largest social network. It has over 1.15 billion monthly active users. Facebook ads are more popular than ever due to its one of the most appealing part of Facebook ad is the across the board low CPCs, almost universally lower than display ad CPCs. I believe that right now Facebook ads are undervalued and advertisers should take this advantage. But where one side there are pros of Facebook advertisement, while on other hand there are some cons also. So let's take a look on it. Major problem setting Facebook advertising is tough work. Okay, so before setting Facebook ad, you first have to choose the right image. You have to write the right word, means description, and you have to target the right demographic to run a profitable campaign. So you have first of all you have to create a landing page according to Facebook ad guidelines, and if you do it the wrong way, then Facebook can normally reject your ad. And if you still keep submitting the same ad which violates Facebook ad guidelines, then it is quite possible that Facebook can ban your Facebook account. However, if your ads get approved, then you have to test the performance of that ad, tweak it, and go through the process all over again. Yes, it's quite tedious, I know, and very time-consuming process. But why would you do that when you can let your competitors do the hard work for you? Yes, I am going to reveal you a secret tool which can make Facebook ads very profitable for you. Surprised and curious? Okay, so you are interested in knowing the name of this tool and how can you benefit it through it? Okay, let's dive in. Its name is socialadninja.com. What is Social Ad Ninja and what it do? Actually, Social Ad Ninja is a social PPC advertising tool that let you spy on other Facebook advertiser. It basically secretly spies on the Facebook ad competition and give you the codes. In short, Social Ad Ninja allow you to see different Facebook ads that are being displayed to real people with real profiles. You have surely seen the ad campaign when you visit Facebook, but there is no way for you to see what your potential customers are saying. That's where Social Ad Ninja comes in. It has huge database, and it's growing. Okay, now your question is how can you tell me which ads are profitable? Okay, Social Ad Ninja is tracking performance of thousands of ads every day, ads that are running longer and highly likely more profitable. Yes, this is the secret tip. Ads that are running longer are highly more profitable. From the ad creative to the profile, the ad was shown onto the outbound URL, and time the ad has been alive, the number of days it's been up, a key indicator of profitability. You will have everything you need to learn which ads are performing the best and how you can duplicate them for. Right now it supports over 43 countries and it includes US, UK, Germany, France, Canada, Spain, Australia, India, and so on. The list is very big. So apart from that, the company also has planned to add some additional countries in near future. Okay, you can, by using this tool, you can customize your finding with advanced search. Social Ad Ninja has advanced search capabilities, make finding the ads for very specific parameter a breeze. The simple initiative search function allow you to easily search for any of the following. You can search Facebook ad by gender, age, marital status, country, ad type, days alive, and by keyword located in the ad title, body, and even URL. So you also uncover entire campaign with URL redirects. The best thing about Social Ad Ninja that it has the power to display the entire redirect list for each ad. This is a game changer for you and takes the insight provided by Social Ad Ninja beyond social advertising. Your entire affiliate marketing strategy will benefit because you now have the ability to see each and every ad, affiliate ID, prosper, 202 footprint, tracking domain, and landing. Hello?
All right. Good, how are you? Very good, very busy. Yes?
And your competitive campaign. You can even create URL and keyword searches for these criteria, searching out your successful competitor and learning everything about them. Wanna check how this tool looks like in action? Okay. So this is a screenshot of Social Ad Ninja. So here you can search ad by ad title, search ad by link, search ad by body, and here it shows all the ads. You can also sort the image, sort the ad by profile gender, by age, by marital status, and by location. So here is a zoom of this Social Ad Ninja. Here you see all the Facebook ads which are running for last many days. So you are also sort out the ad by country. Okay, so you can also search the ad by internal and external link. You can filter the ad by days live, ranges from 0 to 221 days. Okay, you can also sort out the Facebook ad by profile interest here. Okay, So this is just a sample of a Facebook ad. So it offers very detailed information that what is the landing page and for how many days the ad is alive, when it's last seen. So this ad is last seen about 8 hours 9 minutes ago. It also displays information about demographic. So right now, as you are watching, the ad is running for male, 45 age, single, location in Brazil. So now you will ask that, many of you ask that I am a new PPC newbie and can I use Social Ad Ninja? Yes, you can. The website provides all their members with extensive tutorials and guides how to use Social Ad Ninja. Keep in mind that testing PPC costs money. Therefore, you should have a budget of at least a couple of $100. Okay, I'm sold, but what is it going to cost me? Social Ad Ninja is just $147 per month. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed today's webinar. Kindly share your feedback and comments because it motivates me to come with some new stuff in your future. Okay, now I am signing out. Take care and peace.
I couldn't hear any of that. Could you start over? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was amazing. That was incredible. That was wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna unmute people. I had to walk away from my computer for a minute, but that was just both of those things we talked about last night. But you put together this presentation since then, and I'm sure the people were just blown away because those two tools are both game changers, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be using them.
Okay.
I mean, now that we know about them, we would be crazy not to, right? Hold on. What would you say if you were going to be doing this yourself with your own money and you had, $500 this week to put into advertising? What would you do? What would be the process you would use to use these tools most effectively?
I will run Facebook campaign. Hello?
Yeah, we definitely, we're ready to do Facebook campaigns, and what you missed in the meeting earlier is that right now we need to, ideally in the next 24, 36 hours, come up with everything that we need to get started. And we're ready to start investing, the right amount. It could be $5 budget on some campaigns. It could be $50. But to start doing this testing you're talking about, the goal is to get there as quickly as possible. So on the one hand, think about what you would be doing if it was just your own money. But at the same time, we do have over $1,000 a week that we are ready to invest in this Facebook strategy as soon as we figure out what to do. And with these tools and with the knowledge we have, and now including you, I mean, we are so far ahead of the game. It's amazing. I'm excited.
Okay.
So, sorry. So take that question again. If it was just you doing it on your own, you now have these two tools. What would you do exactly to leverage them?
Okay. First of all, I will use whatsrunwhere.com to uncover that what other marketers are doing right now. So, and run a similar ad on various platforms to make my profitable my campaign more profitable. Apart from that, I also do a Facebook. I will run a Facebook ad by using the same tool, that's the spy tool, and run a similar campaign on Facebook to get some quality leads. So that's it. Have you got my answer?
Can you say it one more time? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me unmute Eileen and let her continue the interview with you and the conversation. I'll unmute everybody for a minute until we get feedback. Whoever is causing the feedback, please take responsibility to mute yourself. But for right now, I'm going to unmute everybody, and you can have a dialogue with Navjot.
Okay.
We're all unmuted.
And nobody wants to talk.
Okay.
I wonder where Eileen went. She was, yeah. There, just there. She's still there. Calling Eileen. Can you show us an example of this, Navjot? I mean, Cindy was wanting to see on your actual campaign, did you have something that you've already done that you could show us?
Right now, I don't purchase any membership plan for that program, so right now I'm unable to provide you any info about that. So
okay, I still think this is a fabulous tool.
yes, it is, and I believe that we should use these two tools for our community. So,
So
if it is possible that